Security Now Illustrated by AskMisterWizard.com, illustrating concepts, mechanisms, and algorithms from the amazing Security Now podcast by Steve Gibson and Leo LaPorte. This is episode 29, Ethernet Insecurity, segment B, ARP Poisoning Tools.
Well, and it is, get this, it's as simple as sending one packet to each of the computers whose traffic you want to intercept.
So
I'm literally, that's all it takes.
I'm guessing there are lots of automated tools that will do this.
Yes. For example, there's a tool called CainAbel. It's now at
Our
version
old friend.
Yeah, CainAbel. It's now at version 2.81, and if I read from their one of their boasting features, they say the latest version is faster and good, so you can intercept traffic even faster than before, and contains a lot of new features like APR. That's their own acronym, and they say that stands for ARP Poison Routing, and they go on to say which enables sniffing on switched LANs and man-in-the-middle attacks. The sniffer in this version can also analyze encrypted protocols such as SSH1 and HTTPS, and contains filters to capture credentials from a wide range of authentication mechanisms.
Wow.
And then,
I know. Is freely available on the net.
Oh, yeah. CainAbel.
Everybody has. I have a copy. Everybody has a copy of this.
Okay, and actually, it's sad to say it's a beautifully written piece of software,
and it's very useful for a lot of things.
Yes, well, also on version 2.8, they talk about, we've talked a lot about Windows Remote Desktop Protocol, terminal services, RDP. They say in their features list for 2.8, RDP v4 Session Sniffer for APR, and it says Cain can now perform man-in-the-middle attacks against the heavily encrypted Windows Remote Desktop Protocol, RDP, the one used to connect the terminal server service or of a remote Windows computer. The entire session to and from the client and server is decrypted and saved to a text file. Client-side keystrokes are also decoded to provide some kind of password interception. The attack can be completely invisible because of the use of ARP poison routing and other protocol weaknesses.
Now, this is a sidelight, and I'm not going to go too far down this rabbit hole, but I just want to point out, people will say, well, how could this program be legal? How is there any legitimate reason why you would want to own it? Why don't they shut it down? Well, a lot of security experts use this program. Right?
Well, for
testing.
In fact, it does many things other than this.
It does web cracking, and it does all the bad stuff, but it's a very useful program. And just because somebody has it doesn't mean that they're a bad guy.
Right. There's another free tool called EagerCap. And from quoting their homepage, EagerCap is a suite for man-in-the-middle attacks on LAN. It features sniffing of live connections, content filtering on the fly, and many other interesting tricks. It supports active and passive dissection of many protocols, even ciphered ones, and includes many features for network and host analysis. And then they have screenshots showing it doing all of this.
Now, you can't fault these guys. This is a well-known hole, this ARP poisoning, and it's easy to do. And so, of course, somebody's going to write a tool for this.
Well, and so this is the lesson, is that we see over and over and over, that which is possible will happen.
Yeah.
Now, so once again, I just want to, because I want to make sure people get this. Anybody on a LAN, any malicious software, can send two packets, one to each other computer, lying about its MAC address to each of them, and receive all the traffic they intended to send to each other. It receives. If it then forwards it on, it has spliced itself into the connection, and nobody will know. One bad person in a hotel could arrange to not without much work, to literally intercept all the traffic going to and from the hotel's gateway, so that all of the email conversations, all of the traffic of any sort that is being transacted by every other hotel guest. They're able to monitor and intercept. And in some cases where you have weakly authenticated protocols like Windows Remote Desktop that really doesn't provide any kind of authentication, man-in-the-middle and complete decryption attacks are easily performed.
The original audio-only version of this podcast can be found on the Gibson Research Corporation site at grc.com/securitynow. This clip illustrates some of the highlights from that show. This video clip comes from a large collection of related clips. All are indexed and easy to find at www.AskMisterWizard.com, along with related items, text articles, illustrations, and forums. Please visit us today. We appreciate your support. Thank you.